Hello everyone, today we have another video review and this time we will check 135 scale tank from Amusing Hobby. As you can see, it's a Russian, let's say Soviet heavy tank, object 279. This tank was, let's say, interesting because it had 4 tracks in a row, as you can see on the picture, and moreover it has this special shape which made it possible for the tank to withstand an atomic burst and also to perform in the conditions of the nuclear war. So as you can see, box is not that big for such a kit. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We have this nice box art on the sides. There are some features mentioned, and also here we have marking option, and also here it showed that 2 PE threads are included. This is top opening box, and that's what we find inside. As you can see, right away on the top we have this nice hull parts. So give me a second to open the back, because back is sealed off and it's not easy to open, but just a second. This tank is interesting because actually on the market only 2 or 3 companies, I think, have this model in 35 scale, and I'm sure that there is no such model in 48 scale or 72 scale, even though this is such an interesting subject. So we have hull parts. As you can see, those are molded out of the light gray plastic. And I would say that detailing is more or less good. As you can see, some elements are molded separately, so you can expect PE meshes, for example. And here you can see bottom hull part. What's not that great is that we have this huge molding marks inside, and of course you will have to delete it, because otherwise you won't be able to close the hull. Next we have turret parts, which are molded on the separate PE thread. Sorry, plastic thread. I wonder when technologies will always mold together metal and plastic. So here we have a turret part. As you can see, it features some casting surface imitation. Looks more or less nice. Also there is this ridged surface on the inner part. Some minor elements are here also, and here you can see the front part for the tank. Inside, of course, there is nothing, but note that hatches are molded separately, even though there are no figures included into the set as far as I recall. Then we have separately molded track parts. Here you can see them. But in my build I won't use these plastic parts, even though they're more or less nice. Of course they're better than vinyl alternatives. I would use something a bit different. I would use special set from Master Club. Here you can see it. Why? Because those are metal parts. And they're a bit better than original plastic alternative. But of course, I mean, if you don't have an option to or possibility to buy Master Club tracks, then plastic tracks would be much better than vinyl ones. Now give me a second to open another bag. Here we can see very bad, let's say, side of this kit, because some minor parts are molded really uncarefully, and they were, or maybe due to the package tightness, we have here and here broken off parts. Of course they're in the back, but I mean, you still have to know this. We have one piece barrel, and muzzle is also molded as a one piece. Nevertheless, for this part of the tank I would rather recommend to use this part. This is metal barrel, and as you can see, it's much better than the plastic part, I would say. Nevertheless, assembled main barrel will be quite huge, both in plastic and metal. So you can expect tank with really big gun. Now give me a second again. I need to open another pack. This time it contains various wheels and suspension parts. They're absolutely similar because tank has 4 tracks, as I mentioned, so we will check only one sprue because each one is for the one track segment, let's say. So here, as you can see, we have wheels and various minor parts for the suspension. I'm not sure if it will be workable. I adapt it, but I mean, if you would like to, you can position it in some special, let's say, form. Last 2 sprues. Just give me again a second. The sprues are also similar, so I would show only one. Here you can see it. Very nice molding quality. And I hope that it will be easy to assemble them together without any major difficulties. Then we have, I guess this is towing cable, metal one, metal rod, and also we have transparent parts. Both are packed into the separate bag, as you can see. Then we have 2 PE threads. Those are unpainted. Here you can see them. One contains all minor parts for the model and another one contains meshes. And of course assembly guide on the bottom of the box. This nice brochure with color printed first page. As you can see, there is no short history note on the first page, but we have a parts map. And then we have assembly process explained with help of these quite understandable schemes. Just give me a second to find tracks assembly. I want to see how manufacturer explained it. Okay, so here it is. As you can see, there will be special jig, so you can place tracks on it and assemble it faster. And it's written that you would require 80 pieces for each side. So that's all for this kit. I would say that this is a nice alternative to all those usual tigers and modern subjects, but nevertheless, of course, it would require some imagination from you because as far as I recall, there is only one tank in the museum, so you would have to, let's say, imagine appearance of your tank, but as you can see, there are some specialties already available on the market, so you can assemble quite detailed model. As usual, I would like to recommend you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like our Facebook group, and don't forget to check full review article on our website. Thank you for watching once again and see you soon.